In the ongoing conflict between the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, ENDF, and the Amhara Fano forces across various regions of the Amhara region, we have received the most recent updates from multiple sources, and I will provide you with a comprehensive overview in this video. Firstly, in the town of Debko, located in northern Wello, a significant incident occurred where Fano forces successfully ambushed two ENDF trucks, resulting in the tragic loss of 20 soldiers. According to reports from Fano sources, they claim to have surrounded Lalibela, compelling ENDF soldiers, Amhara militias, and Amhara police to strategically retreat to Kulmesk and Gashena areas. The situation in and around Lalibela is currently very tense, and a sense of panic has gripped the local citizens. Notably, Amhara Fano forces have reportedly gained control of Lalibela city, including the airport. However, conflicting reports suggest that Fano forces have left the city only to return and surround it once again. Moving to Alamsaga in southern Gojam, intense fighting has erupted involving Fano forces, Guna Brigade, Amhara farmers, and ENDF. This conflict has resulted in the destruction of 10 trucks, with reports indicating heavy financial losses for the ENDF. The situation in this region remains highly volatile, with clashes between different factions escalating. Meanwhile, in Deir, Minjar, located in northern Shua, a fierce struggle ensues as ENDF endeavors to capture Fano forces, only to meet with resolute opposition. Reports converge on a narrative of significant losses suffered by both parties involved, underscoring the gravity of the confrontations in this particular theater of conflict. In the intricate tapestry of the ongoing conflict in Ethiopia, particularly within the northern Shua region, the latest reports from the 09 district Behere reveal a poignant episode where Fano forces orchestrated a well-executed ambush against the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, ENDF. The result was the tragic loss of several ENDF soldiers, underscoring the intensity and volatility of the engagements in this particular theater of the conflict. Shifting our focus to eastern Wello, a daring and consequential operation unfolded as Fano forces mounted an audacious assault on the city of Waldia. This endeavor, characterized by its audacity, resulted in the successful liberation of over 1,200 individuals, encompassing not only prisoners of conscience, but also those suspected of Fano affiliation, along with their family members and ordinary Amhara civilians. The significance of this operation resonates far beyond the tactical realm, echoing a broader narrative of emancipation and justice in the face of a complex conflict landscape. Meanwhile, in the tumultuous theater of Kotmenda, located in southern Gayent, southern Gondar, reports indicate an escalation of hostilities with intense fighting gripping the region. The clashes here add yet another layer of complexity to the multifaceted conflict dynamics unfolding across various fronts. Venturing into southern Gondar, specifically in Makanye Iesus, Este, Fano forces achieved a notable victory by capturing two major officers, Tameru Merga and Adane Alemu, belonging to the 92nd Division. This development not only underscores the strategic prowess of Fano forces, but also hints at potential shifts in the balance of power within the southern Gondar theater. Further south in Debre Tabor, another hotspot in southern Gondar, Fano forces executed a well-coordinated ambush against Amhara military and Amhara police. The tactical finesse demonstrated in such maneuvers contributes to the fluidity and unpredictability of the conflict landscape in this region. In Baso Liban, situated in eastern Gojam, the latest reports depict a grim scenario where, in the aftermath of suffering heavy losses, ENDF soldiers resort to burning large farms belonging to Amhara farmers. This development not only reflects the toll of the conflict on both military and civilian populations, but also introduces an economic dimension to the repercussions of the ongoing hostilities. As per the most recent updates, individuals residing in the Debre Birhan shelter camp who have been internally displaced, IDPs, have expressed profound concerns regarding their safety, articulating a fear that the Amhara prosperity regime may pose a threat to their lives. These IDPs, who were forced to evacuate and experience the pillaging of their possessions in the Oromia region by the Oromia Special Forces and Oromo Liberation Front, were relocated to the Debre Birhan shelter station. Alarming reports suggest that these displaced individuals have been instructed to return to their original locations without any assurances of protection, thereby placing them in a perilous situation. On the 21st of November 2023, officials of the regime convened a gathering with the IDPs, communicating a disconcerting message. "Your presence has become an impediment for us. Go back to where you came from," as recounted by representatives of the IDPs. In response, the IDP representatives raised a poignant query, highlighting the hardships they had endured. "We buried our loved ones, witnessed the complete plundering of our belongings, miraculously escaped our assailants with our lives, and those few who survived. Are you, in essence, subjecting us to potential annihilation?" In a rather unsettling turn of events, the regime cadres, agents, retorted, promising the return of the stolen belongings upon the IDP's return and urging them to register their possessions and family members. Faced with skepticism, the IDPs persistently questioned the reliability of the assurances, pointing to the absence of justice for their deceased, ongoing looting and violence perpetrated by the OLF, and a lack of trust in the government's influence. The IDPs, in multiple warnings, have articulated their apprehension that the government's actions may expose them once again to forces that had previously threatened their lives. Furthermore, they specifically pointed to the Oromia government as being culpable for subjecting them to the OLF's actions. Additionally, there is a prevailing sense of concern among the IDPs that officials from the Amhara Prosperity Party might exploit their vulnerable situation for political gain. Amid these disconcerting circumstances, the Amharas, who have been uprooted from their long-term residences by the OLF to the Debre Birhan shelter camp, continue to endure harsh living conditions, further highlighting the profound humanitarian challenges in this unfolding narrative. Stay tuned for additional updates as we closely monitor this complex and evolving situation.